Alright, on this video lesson we're just going to look at number 2. Number 2, this is just going to be a horizontal shift. We have parentheses and you have 2x minus pi inside the parentheses, but we don't have a vertical shift. There's nothing added or subtracted that's separate with the cotangent. So since there's no vertical shift, I'm going to get the y values right away. You can see how I have the S curve and it's going down left to right because it's cotangent and there's no negative in front. Now, since there's no vertical shift, this middle y value is back at y equals 0. Okay, then to get the two other y values, I have to get the amplitude. Well, the amplitude's 1, so that means this top y value is just going to be y equals 1. The bottom y value is y equals -1. Okay, let's see here. The period is pi over this, pi over 2. So the increments, if I take pi over 2 and divide it by 4, I get pi over 8. Now the key points, it's going to be a little bit different here. I'm not going to start at x equals 0. Now if I have minus on the inside of those parentheses, I'm going to shift it to the right. So remember, to get the start, I'm going to put the start up here. We take 2x minus pi, and I set it equal to 0. So then you should see, you add pi, then divide by 2. So the first x value we're going to get is pi over 2. Now to get the end, we take the same thing, 2x minus pi, but don't make this mistake. Now the normal cycle for tangent is pi. It's not 2 pi, so I set this equal to pi. This is how it's a little bit different from the other four. So let's see, if I add pi to each side, I have 2x equals 2 pi, divide by 2 on each, and I get x to equal pi. And it makes sense, the distance between pi over 2 and pi is just half of pi, and that is this, that's the period. So it always works out. So the first x value I'm starting with is pi over 2. Now I'm going to add pi over 8 to that. Now I know pi over 2, that's the same as 4 pi over 8. So if I add a pi over 8 to that, then the next one I'm going to get is 5 pi over 8. Then if I add pi over 8 to 5 pi over 8, I get 6 pi over 8, which reduces to 3 pi over 4. Okay, and I know that's, whatever, 6 pi over 8. If I add pi over 8 to that, I get 7 pi over 8. And then if I add pi over 8 to 7 pi over 8, I get 8 pi over 8, which is just pi. Okay, then to get the y values, remember the main thing to remember with cotangent, it always starts at a VA. So these are going to be the 5 y values. I'm going to start at a VA, then I just go left to right. So y equals 1, then it's 0, then it's -1, and then I get a VA. So I'm going to start, I'll put this, I start with a VA, I end with a VA, and then I just go left to right, right? So I'm doing 1, 0, then -1. So let's do this, I get 1, 0, then -1. Okay, let's graph it. So I shift this to the right, pi over 2, I start with a VA. Then 5 pi over 8, I'm at 1, just right here. 3 pi over 4, I'm at 0. 7 pi over 8, I'm down at -1, which is right here. And at pi, I get a VA. So this S curve looks down, or this S curve goes down left to right, and that's where it goes up right to left. So that's our curve. Domain is all real numbers, except x does not equal these two VAs, which are at pi over 2 and pi. And the range, all real numbers. Goes up forever and goes down forever. Okay, so that was a cotangent one. And there was just parentheses, so the only thing that was going on there was a horizontal shift.